get to the center. The place they cannot prepare for media. While the other one is there. So we are asking for COVID test center. ECOWAS has it here.
Again, a pleasant good morning, our wonderful viewers and followers on this unique page. It is always a pleasure for us to bring you happenings from the home of the seat of the presidency and the activities of His Excellency Dr. George Weah. We are currently in the Ghanaian capital, Accra. The President of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. Weah, arrived here on yesterday to join ranks with other African leaders that have arrived here in Ghana for the ordinary summit, the 59th ordinary summit of heads of states and authority of West Africa. And of course, they assembled here a few weeks back. That was in an emergency section. And that section was all about security on the ongoing crisis in Mali. Today is the ordinary section, so it's going to also focus on the whole lot of different situation on the continent, especially in the West African region. And so the President of Liberia is here in Ghana. He will be arriving here at this venue. Where we are currently is at a hotel called Kempinski. And this is the venue we were last time around. And today we are here again with several different arrangement here, because we will not have much time to bring you the unfolding from the inside of the conference. What we've thought to do for you this morning is to bring you the arrival activities of the presidents coming here. Some of them have already made their way to this hotel, and the President of Liberia will be arriving here in the next few minutes or an hour from now, to join the rest of the participants to this conference. And so what is actually taking place right now is that they've done a very huge setup from the inside with a lot of restriction. Even the media has been given a village. They've done an entire setup for the media covering this ordinary section. I've traveled with this President of Liberia at several conferences, but again they've done a lot of different restriction here, and that restriction is in accordance with the protocol in adherence to the COVID pandemic. And so the media from all countries and local media have been prepared a place, and that is where we will be with all of what is needed to follow up on the president's conversation. There will be opening ceremony. The Ghanaian president is the host president, but I can tell you for sure that the issues on the agenda for discussion this morning out here at this ECOWAS summit is going to center around, again, Mali. You know that the former Nigerian president, who's the peace breaker, I want to call him, Obasanjo, Olusegun Obasanjo, and will be making a report from his intervention and conversation with the security situation in Mali. And so that conversation that he's been holding in the last few weeks on the crisis in Mali, he will be reporting to the African leaders, West African leaders here, and they will also be responding to that report. Forwarded into it, the basic conversation here will have to do with the one currency issue. You know, that has been out and about on the plate for a while now, and again the leaders will be looking at that. That is also on their agenda. They will go to a closed door section as well. That closed door conversation in itself will happen sometime this afternoon, and we expect a communique sometime on today letting us know as to what the leaders will be putting forth to the rest of their citizens following the summit here in Accra, Ghana. So stay with me for most of this time that your Saturday can provide for you, and we will be right here somewhere at the outside of this very huge facility hosting this summit of West African leaders. They've been flying in as of yesterday, like our president did on yesterday, and he's been holding other discussions again, and of course we will detail that for you. But let's speak to something that came up on yesterday while the president was en route from Liberia, from his Liberia resident to the Rabat International Airport. We've been reading all on the social media that the motorcade of the president was involved in that accident. Again, we want to briefly make some comment to that while we are here in Ghana, because that information came out on yesterday, and this is something that I'm hoping that the Liberia National Police can be speaking to instead of the executive mansion making clarification to that. But the clarity we want to provide for you is that none of the president motorcade was involved in an accident on yesterday, as been reported on the social media. You need to check with the Liberia National Police. They should be telling you how their vehicle was involved in an accident. It's a situation that we regret, because we are informed there was a life lost on yesterday, and that motorcade that belongs to the Liberia National Police is not part of the presidential motorcade, or was not a part of the presidential motorcade. It has never been in the president package, and so vehicles in the presidential motorcade are in their package, and the police vehicle that was involved in that accident is something that of course we all regret. The accident, the presidential motorcade, the security service will never shy away from taking responsibility if there is a situation. There was an unfortunate situation some time ago that, you know, with one of the presidential motorcade around the Catholic Junction. The president expressed his regret for that, and of course the security apparatus assigned to the president took that responsibility. So we will not shy away if there is something wrong that has happened, of course with the involvement of vehicles assigned in the president motorcade. But again, that vehicle was never part of the president package on yesterday, and we just thought to speak to that. That vehicle is a police marked vehicle. Yes, it's a Liberian police vehicle, and we are hoping that the police authority can provide you further clarity. But again, what we want to speak to is that that vehicle was not part of the president motorcade on yesterday when the accident occurred along the Roberts Fee Highway. So just back to where we are here in Ghana. and I tell you, and I will walk you around a little bit to see some of the arrangement here. But we are just on the upside of this building, awaiting the arrival of His Excellency Dr. George Martin Weah into the conference center. Here with the president, of course, accompanying the president is the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and of course D. Maxwell Sarkimian is also here. Liberian Information Minister Lejehu Simone Renin is also here with His Excellency Dr. Weah, and of course we are together on this team, making sure that all necessary information for you can come to your viewership and your information. And so, reading between the lines, Dr. Weah will shortly be arriving here, and as soon as we catch a glance of his official assigned conference summit vehicle, we will be bringing that arrival here for you. And the Ghanaian have been very hospitable to their guests here, but they are not letting the restriction of COVID go away without the protocol. So even at the entry into their country, people are mandated upon arrival to do their COVID tests, not for the hierarchy of the president team, but again, those of us who come ahead of the president will be running tests of COVID here and there, making sure that we are on the safe side as well. And even the setup here, this is my first real impressed setup of ECOWAS assembly, and that is to say that they are making sure that even the media center that is given us is fully prepared. We've talked about this several times at some of our function, that ECOWAS as a body should be making some monies available for the coverage of the presidents coming to attend their function. Sometimes we are given makeshift places to work from, but to our surprise, this time around we've come here to Ghana and given us an entire media village with internet facility and food and water and transmitting from the conference center and what have you. And again, it's a lesson learned for all of us media people, especially assigned to the presidents covering this function. So the summit starts local time, I'm told, should be around 10, but until we can clock in the arrival of Dr. Weah here, His Excellency President George Martin Weah, we are just giving you the rundown. The discussions will be very interesting. The reports coming in will be very interesting. It's going to get more about security and know that the issue of COVID and how Africa as a continent, West Africa as a body, can also look at some of what they are doing in the fight. And so those are some of the things here. But basically, a talking point here would be the security issue in Mali and the report from the negotiator. And of course, then we would look at the situation with the one currency issue, which is very, very germane to the leaders of West Africa. I remember they discussed this at several places, and we are still looking through the point of entry as to which one of the presidents will be making the way in. If you can see deep into this little zoom I'm trying to do for you, you see some of the country flags on those vehicles marked ahead of you. That is to tell you that the presidents have already arrived here. They are already inside of this Kempinski hotel here in Accra, Ghana. A quiet Saturday, not much sun as anticipated in the Ghanaian sunshine, but again, it is good. We've been up since 5 o'clock local time here in Ghana, trying to make our way here to this Kempinski hotel, and of course, watching preparations set up and what have you. When they met here at the extraordinary summit the last time around, it was very tight with security, and it's also very tight here with security. You had to get identified with your tag, and of course there are indication, the direction given to you as to which wing of this hotel you belong, and everyone just cannot go running through various wings of the hotel. Some of the presidents are lodging in this hotel as well, and of course that tells you that security here is very, 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 very tight. It is not a place for a misconduct or anything, on the contrary. And so, just as we try to report to you what we see here, is what we are discussing and bringing to you. Gambia delegation are arriving. The bus here is the team from the Gambia, and they will have to relocate from that entry to make way for any of the motorcade that will be arriving here sometime soon. So what exactly we are doing for you is just giving you the activities leading to the arrival here, and we hope that you are following us very closely as we stand out to bring you this ordinary way. The foreign ministers has been here with the Minister of National Defense. They come here to do all of the preparation leading to the president's sitting in on today. And from what I'm seeing here, they've been all around making sure that they can get in Accra for a while now. Of course, the foreign ministers has been meeting the defense chiefs, including the defense minister Daniel Zianga. They've all been here in Accra preparing some of the security conversation around this summit. They are also stayed here, and we are receiving signal now that Liberia President, His Excellency Dr. George Manuel Weah, will arrive at this conference center shortly. This vehicle that is passing through your viewership is the one from Benin here, and then again another vehicle from Gambia is making its way. So the countries are fast pushing in here, and as they come in, they are dropping their delegation to this conference. But the entire conference is going to be a discussion for the presidents, and the presidents will be looking deep into how Africa is proceeding peacefully. Our president has been very strong in his presentation at these conferences. I've heard him talk about keeping the peace of the continent and talking about maintaining stability and not wanting Africa to slip into any chaotic security situation. So he's been raising some of those conversations with his colleague here in Ghana, and he's coming again on today to sit with them face to face and continue his conversation on these issues. So as we await his arrival to the conference center, we hope that you are getting very good information coming out of Accra, Kempinski Hotel. I hope I'm getting the name pronounced very well. Is Kempinski. That's how it is called here. And if you just join us, we'd like to say welcome. We are feeding you live and direct via our social media page from the Ghanaian capital, Accra, and the hotel that is hosting the 59th section of Heads of State and Authority of the Economic Community of West African State, ECOWAS, taking place here in this Ghanaian capital. And the leaders have arrived in this country. Some are touching down as we speak at the Kotokai International Airport. Others made the way on yesterday, including our president, to avoid the Accra morning rush and other protocol, and of course a prior discussion in making sure that it goes very well here. And so Dr. Weah came out on yesterday. He spent the night here in Accra. He's going to be a part of the discussion. And from the security details here, from the Liberia security detail, we are getting some signal that the President Moroke will be arriving to this conference center sometime very soon. So as we watch across, we are just telling you that the leaders will be making the way in here. Several different checks taking place. There's an entire COVID testing center also set up here at this conference center, and like we said, several other section to this hotel, giving access to the sort of a restriction and what have you for the security nature, with all of the presidents participating here in this very unique African Leaders Assembly, I love to call it, because when the leaders assembled in this form and faction, they discuss several different issues. Some of them go into side discussion. They recommit their country relationship. Sometimes they go very deep into other bilateral conversation. And so it is always important for leaders to see, and with COVID, there's a lot of restriction to the frequent meetings, face-to-face meeting with the leaders. So every time they are opportune to meet at these sort of a gathering, they are using one stone to kill more than one bird. So they come to discuss the agenda issue, and then they also take some time to backtrack on other conversation, and that's exactly what you found out happening here. I hear a serene coming in. I don't know which one of the leaders coming here, but they should be sitting up. And I see the motorcade making its way inside from this point. More arrivals now. You're going to find out as they made the way inside here. ECOWAS coming into Ghana, the beautiful ceremony taking place here. This is Nigeria, and of course this should be the Nigerian team. The president of Nigeria is about to disembark. That vehicle zeroing in on your camera is going to show the arrival of the Nigerian president. And so let's give it a space a little bit, and as we run through this commentary. And of course, yes, President Buhari have just arrived here at the conference center. He's making his way inside on your screen. Huge security, very long motorcade accompanying the president of Nigeria. His team is a very huge team. I can just count the number of vehicles accompanying this team. Nigeria has arrived here, and he's making his way inside. Let's get going on with you. Let's get going on here with you. Let's get going on here with you. And so as they come in, we will show you their arrival, and it's tough to see this sort of a protocol and the run out here and there with the guys on camera, making sure they can catch a glance of just everything that passes their way. And again, the security will be doing their work, and the media will be doing their work. Now you see how restricted it is. Even the media following the president of Nigeria will be informed that they need to go to the media center. And if you cannot get through to the media center, you will have some very serious difficulties. And at this venue, except for official vehicles, to get access to where we are is not an easy thing. But again, that should not be the strange thing to even talk about, because when you are having different heads of states coming, their security is very, very important. And so with the arrival of the Nigerian president, we are looking now to see which one of the presidents will be next. But the Liberia security team is already downstairs waiting the arrival of His Excellency Dr. Weah. And Dr. Weah will come in, like you've seen. The president of Nigeria made his way, and the ECOWAS preparation team are all flipping in different sort of vehicles here, different vehicles coming in, and different representation toward the summit, different representation toward the summit. They are all coming in. Some will be holding sideline discussions. Some of the ministers accompanying their presidents will be meeting other ministers here. And you can get the feeling, the anxiety, the warmness, the warm friendship, between and among the leaders going on right here. And I'm sure you're watching it, you're seeing the beauty. As soon as I'm done with President Weah arrival here, I will take you to where I will be officially sitting and telling you that it's always good that media people can also learn a lot. Every time you travel, you see different arrangement, different composition, different way of handling big occasion like this one as well. And so I hope that we can replicate some of what we see here into our own country, and our media friends will respect that. To tell us as media people, this is a station for you. Let's make news of this station. We wouldn't think that the media people are above the law. These are our friends from the media, and they are quietly making their way to the media center, and they are not fighting for their position because we are journalists. So we ought to be just all over the place in the phases and of the people. But again, we'll struggle with it. We're sure it's going to get better. We will learn it as we go through. But again, that's the beauty of what is taking place in the war right now. So let's keep watching. Just keep looking through your Saturday time with me here from the Ghanaian capital here in Accra. Diplomats are arriving. They are touching down here, trying to disembark their vehicles while the security guys are directing people. There's an entire media village. There's a direction to that media village here. There are ambulances on the standby all around here, making sure that we are good to go from every perspective, every angle, and all other development leading to this summit goes on as planned. There's been a lot put into this planning, and so when the leaders are ready to go through it, they are prepared for it as well. And so someone is saying to me, see the beauty of Accra. Yes, I'm sure they got their own issue here as well, but they are developing the country. They are not tearing down their cities. They took some time to build it. They are having issues here. They are discussing the politics of their country, but they are individually building their infrastructure, and we can do the same back home in Liberia if we can discuss everything. We can discuss all of the politics of this world in our disagreement, as an opposition, as an imposition, as a side position. Just as ordinary Liberian, we can sit, we can condemn, we can criticize, we can complain all day. The Ghanaians are doing the same, but see what they are doing in their country. They are putting their hard-earned taxpayers' money to work here, and individually they are making some very good investment in their cities and the towns and their villages. Politics is not just about what the normal politicians will always do, but as individual citizens, what more can we do, in terms of helping to make it better? I hear another serene in the background, not too far from where I am, making this way to this point, and I'm watching as well to see the escort motorbike will be making this way inside. As soon as that motorcade gets closer, we will identify who's coming in. But again, that's the way it's going here this morning. That's how it is going right here this morning. We're giving you the feed of the activities taking place here at the Kempinski hotel here in Accra, Ghana. Keep watching. You can share as much. You can get your information going just across the social media, different gadgets running through. Here, everyone's trying to feed back home one way or the other. And thank God for the new media. We can just get on the social front and flip back home. I told you, another head of state should be in sight, or another dignitary should be in sight. Don't ask me why I'm laughing. You wouldn't ask me why I'm laughing. Even at this occasion, there are people who distract just everything in the mix of all of these thousands of human beings here. You can't believe just that. You just can't believe just that. But again, that's it. We are looking through our windscreen now. This motorcade seems to be that of His Excellency. I hope I'm right. This motorcade should be Liberia, and here comes Dr. George Weah. His motorcade is making his way here. Liberia has arrived at this conference. President Weah. And this is the official motorcade of the president. Zooming in here at the conference center. President George Weah has just arrived here at the conference center. I'm just trying to pick a little bit on the president arrival. Dr. Weah here at the conference. The summit. This summit is going to feed His Excellency. The doors are open, and in the camera is His Excellency Dr. George Weah arrival to the conference center. Like correctly said, followed by Len Eugene Nambe Chokonkwi, and they are part of the president team here. So President Weah has finally touched down here at the Kempinski Hotel where the conference is taking place. This is what I wanted to bring for you, and this is the formalities for the arrival of the president of Liberia. Now that the president has arrived here, I'm just going to give you a beautiful scenery of Accra right now. I'm going to change my location at this point because the president of Liberia has arrived here. And this is the beautiful scenery of where we are. And it's not for you to tell me, look at Ghana. Someone said get a bit closer. The president is already inside of the conference. I'm making my way to the media center now. And exactly that is where I will be situated for the rest of the activities taking place here. Hoping we can report to you from the conference center. But it's going to be a place full of all of the international media accredited here. And exactly from where we are and what exactly we are seeing here. And even as we speak, some of the presidents are arriving from this point. And now you see the flag of Liberia flown very high here amongst the countries here in Accra at the Kempinski Conference Center. This is exactly what's going on here. This is what exactly is going on here. And just watching from afar. Watching from afar. I want just to bring you some of the scene from the outside of the conference center. Someone is asking me why I was laughing. All right. Just to give you some of the scene here from the conference center. give you what is catching our eyes here on the offside of the conference center. And what a wonderful scenery. I'm sure you enjoyed the folks there. And this is taking over the offside of this summit. Sorry for the interruption. I'm just making my way now to the media center, where I hope we can bring you pictures from the inside. But again, walking is a good exercise though. So we are just making our way into the center where all of our colleagues are currently situated. And this is the very, very first time that ECOWAS has provided for the media a center to work from. Unique. And this is what exactly you'll be seeing here. You see these are the guys making their way from the outside of the center. We are just making our way inside of the media center now.
Okay, sorry about that. So there's Wi-Fi here. I will send around the, you know, the name and then the password so that you can easily use the internet. Sorry about that. I have to inform you about that. Sorry.
Okay, so the media center.
So for the photographs, we will only need the photographers for where the heads of state will take their family photograph. We only need the photographers. The TV cameras can then now move in. There's a platform set up there in the main hall. So once you indicate to security that you are media and that you are a TV camera person, they will allow you and direct you into the hall. The rest of us can stay here because the feed and everything will be here so that we don't go there and stress ourselves. Again, we're also observing the COVID protocol, so we don't want the hall crowded. That is why this place has been set up so you can work from here as well. We continue to count on your cooperation. Thank you so much.
Okay, so the folks, we want to say thank you for seeing what we've brought you so far. We hope we can bring you more of this feed. Keep watching the Executive Mansion page. It's a wonderful time for us to be together right here. This is the media center. This is where we will be working from for the rest of the day and transmitting back home. Making sure that you can get all of the necessary information. Mr. Akis Solo Kekmet is sitting right there, and the rest of the faces you see here are all journalists. Thanks for viewing the arrival ceremony. My name is Smith Toby, wishing you a pleasant Saturday.